So we've got a new intro, guys, and you know what that means.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from...
So, Jason's requested video for cracking the original code on my channel was a going forward video, and he had a couple of questions for me to answer to facilitate the structure of the video. So, let's go ahead and go through them.
I can't think of a specific or original topic. If a general topic would do, I guess I'd be curious about what you'd like to accomplish on the other side of your deconversion. What's your future secular goals? Are you in favor of atheist activism, or do you prefer the approach that Bionic Dance takes? Not that I'm a fan of his, but if someday you were to get as many subscribers as TJ Kirk, how would that impact your life? Are you now, or do you plan on becoming a full-time YouTube atheist activist as Genetically Modified Skeptic is transitioning towards? Any plans on doing speaking engagements or debating theists? Which atheist activists have influenced you? What are your favorite secular books or YouTubers? I can think of many more questions, but that's a sample of the first that popped into my head. If interested, feel free to ask me any questions before we do the live hangout. My backstory is quite a bit different than yours, but we both ended up in the same place.
To start out, my future secular goals are to continue to grow this channel and make it my main method of being an atheist activist. I'm in favor of anyone doing their part in the way they see fit, and I like going to conferences and helping out other channels as I can, and I want to continue doing that so that not only my channel can grow, but any new channels I come across can grow as well. If I manage to get as many subs as TJ Kirk, I would 1. Hope that I managed to do it without being as much of a dick, and 2, if I did in fact reach that level of popularity, it would basically guarantee that I could do this full time and provide better content with the extra time that would allow me. I would have to say though, if I somehow got to 1 million subscribers, why are you all subbing to me? My content is garbage. Now, I am working towards doing this full time. I love making videos, and if I could either get a job that allowed me more time to work on my channel, or could straight up work on my channel as my job, that would be excellent. I love making content and seeing the responses from all of you guys in the comment sections, and I figured that if I'm working towards being full-time, by default I'm also working towards improving my content on the way. Now, on the topic of Genetically Modified Skeptic, I can't possibly hope to become an atheist activist like he is, simply because I don't sparkle enough to do that. I also can't possibly hope to be the same type of government shill that he is. The reptilian overlords wouldn't allow me to do that and wouldn't like me among their kind. As for plans on speaking engagements, if I were to be presented with the opportunity to speak at Faithless Forum 2 or some other prominent atheist conference, or even just a one-time thing at some other venue, I would love to take that opportunity. I've listened to Cosmic Skeptic, Aaron Raw, Matt Dillahunty, and a few others speaking to live audiences in the past, and it was always entertaining from this end of the screen, so I would be floored if I had the chance to experience it from the side of the podium. On the topic of debating theists, if a slot opened up for me on Steve McRae's channel to debate, I would probably be slaughtered since I have a tendency to stammer, stutter, and slur without a script, but I would still welcome the chance to make an absolute fool of myself. As for which activists influenced me, well, Holy Kool-Aid and Cosmic Skeptic were the first ones who I managed to come across. And shortly after that, Godless Cranium made an impact on me as well, since his format was something I could legitimately see myself doing for my own channel. I discovered Matt Dillahunty, Aaron Raw, and other speakers afterwards, and greatly enjoyed them as well. They've all had a part in influencing me and my style. My favorite books are YouTubers. Well, as for YouTubers, I went over that already. Most of the influential activists also happen to be YouTubers, though I could add Viced Rhino, Telltale Atheist, Elijah Davalos, Prophet of Zod, Logic, and honestly that list goes on for a while, so I'll cut it off while I'm ahead. But books? That's an entirely different story. Obviously, The God Delusion is an excellent work for any new atheist or questioning theists. God is Not Great is also a good one, especially if you listen to the audiobook where Hitchens reads it in his own voice. Dan Barker's God, the Most Unpleasant Character in All of Fiction can be a bit of a chore to get through, but that's because it's mostly quotes from Yahweh, which isn't unlike checking through the original Bible itself. Richard Carrier's On the Historicity of Jesus is also a good read if you'd like to a crash course in Christ mythicism. I'm not a mythicist myself, but it's still a good read. Finally, if I had to point out a book that you have to listen to in audiobook form, The Foundational Falsehoods of Creationism definitely would be a good read. It's read by Aaron Raw, who's the same one who wrote it, and since you'll probably be reading it in his voice anyways, you might as well go all in with it and get the audiobook. Finally, Saturday the 28th at 7:30 Eastern Time is tentatively when we're going to try to schedule the hangout, since it's one of the few times our schedules are going to align, and I'll probably be holding my questions for you until then, Jason. And, on top of that, I can't wait to meet you. With that said, congratulations one more time for cracking the first code. The usual links will be in the description, and I will see you all in the next one.